by the crowd.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we are going to wait till the last. There's 3 more games to go. After today, to remain 2 more games. And we are looking closely and let's see if the bottom 4. Now, it's also safe to say Crown FC is going to get relegated, but we don't know whether Bayelsa, Kaduna, and Gombe United will join them. It will be sad to see Gombe United get relegated. Osino Guavon did a good job joining them so far.
He did. He tried his best. But as it stands, Nembe already condemned. Crown will definitely go one way or another. So it's going to be between Kaduna, Bayelsa. Bayelsa not looking strong. Gombe, as you mentioned, also not getting points very, very well. In midweek time, before we leave MPFL, a record was set. Don't let's forget that MM Udok scored 6 goals. And he broke Victor Ezeji's 4 goals record in 2009 in one game. So that's brilliant. 19 goals, 18 goals, 4 done, then 16 goals, Golan Salami and co. So the league is crazy. This is explosive. Brilliant.
We must say, I mean, I like the organization. We've had fantastic from the LMC. We don't want it to sound like we're giving too much. But they're doing a lot. They're doing a good job.
There's been a marked difference in terms of how the league is
remarkable.
Yeah, there have been less, controversies, which is one of the reasons.
Guys win away.
Yeah, I mean, the results are not as predictable as they used to be. So
that's right.
It has all added to the heightened excitement and following of the season.
Okay, all right. We'll take a trip. We'll leave the shores of Nigeria and go straight to the English Premier League. So many games we played yesterday. Arsenal FC got maximum points. I beg your pardon. But unfortunately for Manchester City, they lost by a lone goal. No, they lost 2 goals to 1 to a West Ham side. The side that are currently occupy 4th spot. They're in cloud 9 because they didn't imagine this will happen to them after just 9 games. Now, quickly, let's take you through the results of the games that were played. The first game was between West Ham and Manchester City. That game ended 2-1 in favor of West Ham. Liverpool dropping points, played All City. Remember, they had a midweek game that they would want to forget in a hurry, but they played 0-0 with All City. Southampton defeated Stoke City by a lone goal. Sunderland lost to Arsenal 0-2. Other scorelines, we have West Brom playing 2-2 with Crystal Palace and Swansea playing 2-0 with Leicester City.
Well, I'll pick the Liverpool game to start with, even though the City game provided a lot more excitement. I thought that Brendan Rodgers maybe is getting some stick now, deservedly, for the sort of way they frittered away the Luis Suarez funds. But again, I'd like to add that it's been unfortunate. Had Sturridge stayed fit, had Sturridge been playing alongside the likes of Markovic, Lallana, Lambert, Balotelli, the guys that came in newly, I'm sure his movement, his trickery, his confidence in front of goal would have been able to, rub off on those guys. But you have an attack line that is, constituted by new guys who are in the system. So that's why, they've been finding it very difficult to get goals. And their defense hasn't been, holding up either. Lovren, 20 million capture from Southampton. Hasn't exactly fitted in quite nicely. So Liverpool continue to struggle. And like you said, we know they were battered in midweek in the UCL. And then you look at the first game, City, we thought, this Chelsea, is Chelsea going to run away with the title? Maybe if there's one club that can give them a good run for their money, it will be City. But City lost again yesterday to West Ham. Unsurprisingly for me, really, because if you look at how West Ham have played since the start of the season, Sam Allardyce is beginning to look like Mourinho. And, in the game against Liverpool, for instance, the master stroke was putting Stewart Downing on Steven Gerrard and making it difficult for Liverpool to play out from the back. Yesterday, what did he do? He pinned the fullbacks of Manchester City down such that Clichy and Zabaleta couldn't bomb forward. And each time they did, especially at 1-0, he had men behind them who could exploit that pace, which resulted in the cross from which Sako scored the second and buried the game. So, I mean, you look at Sam Allardyce, look at the resources available to him, and you look at the business he did in the summer, and you've got to give him thumbs up. He brought in Alex Song, who was humongous. He was a monster in the middle of the park yesterday. Sako, 6 goals in 6 games. Ena Valencia playing out of the skin as well. Team full of confidence. Against United, remember, they almost even won that game.
And this is my point. I mean, consider the fact that just a few weeks, well, we can call it a few now, West Ham were considering sacking Sam Allardyce. A lot of people thought he was going to leave. But you said something very instructive, that this guy actually brought something to the park. Now, taking a word from what you said, let's take a look at Arsenal FC. Yes, they did win yesterday, but they struggled for the better part of the game.
They struggled for the
those are the kind of games that Arsenal will usually lose. How they won is still beyond my imagination. It wasn't just Sanchez. Well, Sanchez had to benefit from 2 mistakes, 2 errors. I mean, West Brown actually committed the first error, trying to make a back pass to the goalkeeper. He poked it and he wasn't going to reach. Sanchez benefited. And then Vito Manone had to give his former club a goal. What was he thinking? And, you know, Sanchez profited. Apart from those two mistakes, those two errors, those two goals, Arsenal didn't come to the party. Kazoya blazing over, Welbeck, you know, being Welbeck. And, you know, the game just ended at 2-0. Arsenal will struggle, so to say, until maybe Theo Walcott returns. He was on the bench yesterday. Yeah. And it seems to be a welcome addition, you know, and with time, maybe when all the players begin to come back, the Koscielnys and the Giroux and all those guys on injury, maybe Arsenal will begin to play better.
Did Larry say when players start to come back, there are more players joining the ones on sideline? Because yesterday Gibbs got injured. And, you know, you have just one traditional defender, Mertesacker, central defender, fit. Monreal played well in central defense, but Arsenal were listless. They were absolutely abysmal. 90 minutes of football that is very forgettable.
I mean, you might want to be telling that you didn't see any strategy from Arsenal.
There was nothing. I saw a Sunderland team so desperate to lose a game of football because had they not committed those two blunders, it could have ended in points shared. Yeah. But what did they do? They gifted Arsenal 2 goals, and Arsenal won a game they didn't deserve to win.
All right, let's talk about the game today. Like you did say, Super Sunday. It's a game we're all looking forward to. There's going to be an appetizer, though. The Burnley will be taking on the Everton, and Tottenham will be taking on Newcastle. But the main menu will be Chelsea taking on Manchester United. It's a game everybody will be looking forward to. This is a game that Manchester United cannot afford to lose, and this is a game Chelsea would love to win to continue their winning streak.
Masterclass it is. 2 geniuses coming together, talking about Louis van Gaal and his protege, talking about Jose Mourinho. It's a game of tactics. But particularly, it's a game I think will be won and lost in the middle. When you have a team that the pivot is around Fabregas, and then you have other support cast like Oscar and Hazard, it will be very difficult for you. And you have Matic to, you know, win the balls for you. It will be very difficult to actually play them. Where's United's midfield? I mean, gone are the days when they used to have people like Carrick and Fletcher, but these days you think, okay, will Herrera come to the party? And of course, where United's strength will actually lie will be in their attack going forward. I can't talk enough about the 4 guys they have forward, Di Maria and Rooney, Van Persie and Falcao. But that defense, you think they will always falter at a point or another and concede goals. But I think, you know, for Jose Mourinho, if he gets a point, it will be a good one for him.
Oh, well, having Rooney back will be massive for United, particularly because I hear people talk about the fearsome attack that they've got. But I can't remember the last time Van Persie posted, a goal threat. His manager said he's been unlucky, but you look at the number of games he's played, look at the number of goals he's scored, you've got to admit Van Persie is off color, he's off the boil, he's not scoring goals. You look at Falcao, he's only scored 1 goal since he was captured. So it's been down to Angel Di Maria. That's the guy who's been, you know, at the heart of every good thing United have done going forward. And you look at Chelsea, they are, when it comes to stifling star players, they are masters at that. Jose Mourinho will set out his team. It's an away game, for crying out loud. Last season, remember, he went to United when a lot of people were thinking he would have a go. He set up a team without even a striker. He didn't play an out-and-out striker against United. I don't see him doing that because there's talk of Diego Costa coming back. But don't expect Chelsea to be as adventurous. They will sit back. They will look to invite United forward so they can exploit the gaps that definitely would appear behind that United shaky defense, and trust Chelsea. The least number of goals I see them scoring in this game is 2. And how United will score may be down to the trickery of that one man, Angel Di Maria.
All right, we have about 3 more hours to wait to see that particular game. But quickly, let's take a look at the log. It's still Chelsea on top with 22 points after playing 8 games. If they play today, they get to play 9 games. In second is Southampton. Not many people have actually put their money on that, but Southampton actually occupies second spot. Third, we have Man City, West Ham in fourth. Bottom table, we have Sunderland, Newcastle United, Burnley, and QPR. That's it on the EPL. Let's go straight to the Spanish La Liga. Yesterday was a day we're all waiting for, their Clasico, the first of the season. Guys, I mean, we know we need to round off right now, but we can't leave without saying anything about this.
It will be injustice if we leave without talking about that El Clasico yesterday. It was a game that had everything you wanted to see. You wanted Messi to come to the party, he didn't come to the party. You wanted Ronaldo to come to the party. He was a little bit above average. Having said that, there was only one way Real Madrid, in my own opinion, would have beaten Barcelona: set pieces and counter-attack. And that was exactly what Real Madrid did yesterday. Set pieces, the penalty, and then Pepe, and of course the counter-attack. So, in other words, they were actually waiting for Barcelona to make mistakes, which was what led to the 3rd goal. And my, that game could have ended 7-1 because each time Barcelona was trying to equalize, Real Madrid were dangerous on the break, and they could have defeated Barcelona, annihilated Barcelona very easily. Thank goodness he ended 3-1, according to the Catalans, from the Catalans' perspective. But as it stands, Ronaldo scored another yesterday, so the record continues.
But what went wrong for you?
They
what
say
went wrong for
you don't fix what's not broken. What Enrique did yesterday was to take Rakitic away from the starting 11. And we've spoken about how solid they become this season because Rakitic just sits beside Busquets in front of the back four, and they look a lot more solid on the back foot. Yesterday he went adventurous at the Bernabeu. He didn't play Rakitic from the start. Rakitic came on when the damage had been done, but we didn't see Barcelona so open up until yesterday in all of the games that they played. And look at the counter. Bravo, you got to feel sorry for him. A goalkeeper who hadn't considered a goal in competitive football this season, so considering 3. And each time, like Larry said, it was down to the master class Real Madrid counter-attacks and their set pieces. Barcelona just couldn't cope. Barcelona didn't know what hit them. And I thought they were sucked in to an early sense of we're on top of this game with that early goal. Once Neymar scored, they thought they could retain possession, knock the ball around, and then score a second. They nearly did, but for Casillas' brilliance, stopping Messi. You know, had they gone 2-0 up, it would have been a different game altogether. But once Real Madrid got their groove on, Ronaldo and Benzema started running around and picking the passes. Modric was humongous. He doesn't get the credit, but yesterday I thought he was one of the better players.
All right, that's what it is. Barcelona, Real Madrid caught in the lead of Barcelona to about a point. That's it. Other scorelines of the games played. Real Madrid defeated Barcelona 3-1. Almeria lost 0-1 to Athletic Bilbao. Valencia played 3-1 with Elche. Cordoba 1-1 with Real Sociedad. Eibar played 1-1 with Granada FCF. And Celta de Vigo played 3-0 over Levante. Games that will be played today, we'll see Malaga take on Rayo Vallecano. Espanyol play host to Deportivo. Sevilla will take on Villarreal. Getafe will take on Athletic Madrid. Doesn't look like Athletic Madrid will be part of the pack this season.
Still early days.
That's what the table looks like. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Valencia, and Sevilla. I don't see Atletico Madrid anywhere in top 4. Anyway, Real Sociedad, Cordoba, Elche, and Levante. That's how it stands at the bottom of the league. Yes, like they said, it's still early days. Just 9 games being played. I'd like to say thank you guys. Massive. It was always fantastic doing this with you in the studio. I'm sure we'll look forward to the game today. Probably should watch this game together, the last game of the day. Till we come here again next week, we'll go on a break right now. Don't go anywhere. Ken will be back to take you through the rest of the program after this break. Join us again.